Hey guys! Today I'm going to talk about top skincare mistakes that teens make. And now you're like, I'm not a teenager. Why am I watching this again? A lot of these might apply to you. They are like common skincare knowledge, and who knows, maybe you will watch this and you'll think back to your teenage years and be like, did I make those mistakes too? Because I surely did make a lot of skincare mistakes. Like, I lived and learned, you know. I grew up with my mom really emphasizing how important skincare is. She started me on a skincare routine when I was 13, and she told me how important it is to take care of my skin because, you know, the older you get, it's important to maintain it, or else it's tough to cure your skin. It's actually easier to prevent than to cure and things like that, you know. But I wasn't taught a lot of the details, and a lot of them I had to learn on my own, I feel like. So I'm going to be covering some of those in this video because now looking back, I was like, I kind of wish I had like an older sister, you know, to teach me these things about skincare. But I never did. I'm the oldest in my family, and so yeah, I had to learn, you know, on my own. And now there's YouTube, and I have a skincare channel, so why not do a video like this to help whoever it is out there. Thank you so much for watching some of these skincare tips. So the number one skincare mistake is to not have a skincare routine. And you're like, oh yeah, that's true, I never did. You might think back to it and be like, what did I use when I was a teenager? So let me tell you what I used. When I was a teen, at 13, my mom bought me a set of Shiseido skincare, and it was the Pureness line. It's like this light blue line. I remembered it smelling really good. The products really worked for my skin. My skin loved it. So even to this day, I still love Shiseido. It's just I don't use the same line anymore, obviously, because I'm not a teen anymore. I kind of wish I have teenage skin still. Actually, no. You know how teenage skin is like, right? A mind of its own, you're just like, what the heck do you want? So if you don't have a skincare routine yet, you might be like, well, what kind of product should I get? Like, I don't have one because I'm not quite sure which ones to get. Now, I'm not saying that you have to get the Shiseido one. I'm just saying it's what I used. And I'm just going to tell you what sorts of products you need to get. And you can go out and try different brands, different products to see which one your skin prefers. Okay, so number one, cleanser. Cleanser is a very personal product, I feel like, because out of like the whole range of skincare routine, cleansers are tricky because it's so personal that you just have to try and do like a trial and error thing to see what cleansers your skin can handle. Because a lot of times what I like or what works for me might not work for you for cleansers because it's that, you know, just to the T. You gotta be very picky with those. And as a teenager, all you really need for cleansers is a really gentle one. You don't need anything too intensive. There are two main concerns I can think of for teenagers. Either you have dry skin or you have acne-prone, oily skin. So dry skin, obviously, you should look for like a hydrating cleanser. And when I say hydrating cleanser, I'm not saying that it will hydrate your skin, because a cleanser's job is not to hydrate. Don't mistake it for that. A cleanser's job is to cleanse. So what a hydrating cleanser means is just that it's not going to strip as much oils as some of the other ones made for acne-prone skin. And if you have oily or acne-prone skin, you should look for one that targets acne-prone skin. And they have different kinds. A lot of them might have like tea tree oil ingredient in them to help with that. Okay, now you're like, okay, I got a cleanser. Now what? Second, toner. A toner will help prep your skin for the rest of your skincare routine, and it will help balance your skin's pH, and a lot of toners right now help hydrate as well, and those are my favorite. Any skincare with alcohol in them is quite drying, and the thing in the skincare industry right now is they put alcohol into products that they claim is good for acne or for oily skin individuals because alcohol dries out the skin, and if they put them in the product, it will make the oily skin individual feel like, oh yeah, my skin feels less oily because it's dried out a bit, you know? And you might see immediate results by using it, but it's actually not good for your skin long term. So after your toner, depending on your skin type, you might want to use an emulsion. All my life, I've had dry skin, and emulsion helps with adding that extra layer of moisture on before you apply your moisturizer. An emulsion, if you didn't know, is like a light lotion. So it's amazing for people with dry skin so that you get like that double layer of moisture. And also, it's great for people who live in humid places, or if you have super oily skin, then you want an emulsion and just skip out on a moisturizer. You know what I mean? If you have like normal combo skin, you don't really feel like you need that, then you can skip out on the emulsion and jump straight into the moisturizer. Another top mistake that teens make is not cleanse their face twice a day. Some people not even once a day. But you should really do it twice a day, at least. Morning and evening. So cleanse your skin, put your skincare, and then in the morning, you should add your sunscreen as well. Oh, one tip is, you know, there's a lot of day creams out there that's like, it's a moisturizer and a sunscreen in one. I actually don't recommend that. Like, there's no harm in using it. You can use it, but always make sure that you use a separate sunscreen or sunblock, because a lot of those moisturizers that contain SPF aren't really strong enough, or they don't really do a great job at protecting your skin. So that's why I always recommend like a separate sunscreen. And it's really important to use sunscreen every single day, even in the wintertime, even if it's gloomy out, you still need to protect your skin. And at night, you really have to cleanse your skin well, because if you have SPF on there, it's really stubborn. SPF just sticks to your skin, and you really need to get that off, or it will start clogging your skin, your pores, and it'll cause breakouts, and it causes like a dull complexion. You know, a lot of times you're like, why does my skin look so like dead and dull and just bleh? You know, if you want radiant skin, you need to cleanse your skin properly. A good cleanser that I would recommend is oil cleanser. Oil cleansers are the most effective in removing really stubborn SPF. If you don't like using oil products, you're like, what else can I use? You can definitely use other types of makeup remover type cleansers, but just make sure that you double cleanse and really cleanse your face thoroughly. So another big mistake that teens do is pop their pimples. Now, I can't say that I never did. I used to pick at these pimples on my temples. Okay, I never said that I never made any skincare mistakes, okay? I'm on here telling you what I did and telling you what to avoid, you know, so you have better skin. Okay. When I broke out as a teen, a lot of them were on my temples, not so much like on my face and forehead. They targeted these areas. I don't know why, but I get these like humongous pimples here that look like freaking mountains. And like if you look at my face, you can sometimes see them like popping out. It's like, it's like, okay, I have like an alien head. But I used to pick at them, not when they're like fresh or anything, because I know not to pop them. I never liked popping pimples, even when I was a teen. But you know, when pimples start drying out a bit, that's when I would start picking them, because I feel like I can like just get rid of them. And whenever I'm bored, I'll just be like doop 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 doop, and that's so bad. It was just like a habit. I knew it wasn't good, but it was like a habit. And they created scars and texture on my skin, because when you start picking your skin, especially like pimples, it creates this like dent in your skin. It's kind of like a crater. It's not like broop, but there's texture there for sure. And for the longest time, I had scarring and texture on these areas. You can still sort of see them, but they've gotten a lot better because I've been using BHAs, AHAs, and things like that, and they've helped a lot. Anyways, I'm just going off tangent here. For young skin, you don't need BHAs, AHAs. I'm just telling you that that's what I had to do, so don't pick at your pimples, fresh or dry. Just don't touch them. Don't touch them. Don't pop them. Just let them be, because when you pop them, you create this like open wound, and it's really easy for bacteria to get in. It gets infected, it causes scarring, it causes more pimples to form in the area. A lot of people ask, like, why do I get even more pimples after I try to get rid of one by popping it? It's because when you pop it, a ton of bacteria spread, especially if you don't clean it out properly, the whole area. And when it spreads, on that part of the skin, it's just going to cause and encourage more pimples to form. So it's best to leave them alone. I know that leaving them alone means that it'll take sometimes weeks for it to go away, and you have to go to school with this like huge red bump on your skin, and you have to see your crush every single day in class, and you're just like, my life sucks. But trust me, it's better for your skin in the long run. But yeah, you can sort of see it still. Like here, this is a texture, but a lot of the scarring and texture has gone way down. I would say 80%. Another big mistake for young skin is using high strength, too intensive type skincare. Your skin is still very delicate. You just need gentle, moisturizing products for it. You don't need anything that's too intensive. If you do tend to put like, you know, a lot of actives or anti-aging stuff on it already when it's so young, then what else are you going to use when you grow older, you know? And when it's so delicate and you put like powerful products, ingredients on it, it's going to cause more harm than good. So that's why it's important to keep your skincare routine very gentle. So I get a lot of questions about, should I be using masks? I'm only 16, and yes, you can definitely use masks, but I would concentrate on getting like hydrating masks and not anything too intensive again, you know? So you can look for sheet masks or sleeping masks. There's one that I recently used and I talked about in my sleeping mask video. It's the Skin Food Pumpkin Soup Sleeping Mask. I find it really great. Like a thin layer of it is all you need. And also you should be exfoliating. If you watch my videos regularly, you know that I always talk about chemical exfoliants, BHAs, AHAs. With young skin, you don't need to dabble into BHAs and AHAs yet. Those are considered the more intensive anti-aging products. So you can just use very gentle cleansers that have exfoliating properties. And you don't need to exfoliate every single day. Don't do that. It's actually quite harsh for your skin if you exfoliate every day. So twice a week is all you need. And also one more thing, this isn't something that you have to do, but when I was younger, I used to go to like a basic facial once a month. I don't go often, just once a month. And it's like a basic cleansing facial. So I know that when you think facials, you're like, oh my gosh, you're like $100 to $300. No, I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about like a basic kind. And I'm not sure if they offer at every spa, but the one that I went to offered it, and they called it like the student basic cleanse type thing. And back then, it was $22. So it wasn't too bad for like a once a month thing where I can go in and they can deep cleanse for me. If I had any type of breakouts, they'll use special machines to, it was like a glass wand and you can see like the electricity going through it, and it's like zzz, 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 and they would like zap. Yeah, it's a zapper, that's it. It was like a pimple zapper. And they would like zap the pimple because I would never pop it, and they'll just zap, zap, zap. And it will go down. Like the next day, it'll almost like be gone type thing. So that was awesome. But the key thing about going to a facial like that is to help clarify your skin, pull out any gunk in the skin that you can't do at home. So if you have extra time, or if you can save up a little bit here and there, you can maybe look for a facial that you can go to take care of your skin that way. So that's it. I hope you guys found this helpful. I know that not a lot of my viewers are teenagers, but I hope you guys were able to, you know, watch this and be like, what kind of mistakes did I make? Or like, did I ever do this? You can also share, you know, your teenage skincare experience in the comments down below. I love it when you guys interact with me and each other, you know? It makes me so happy when I see you guys like talking to each other in the comments and just helping each other, advice, opinions, products, and things like that. So yeah, keep that up, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.